Alright, welcome to Just Magic the Gathering. I was just logging in for the day and realized they had some changes to looks like the basic ban list. Either way, it's for historic, and that's something I don't really play. I'm looking at red-white lands or blue-white. So I wouldn't mind continuing, I guess, to run my Seeker deck. I have been enjoying it. See how well it continues to hold up. One of the things I was thinking about, and I'll actually maybe just cancel out now, I should have probably done this offline. I can help improve its lands some. Let's see what I can do for looking at my lands. Because if I just look at like my verges, I don't have any extras of those I can throw in. I was thinking it was the pain land that I got. Where it allowed it to enter. This thing was green-black. Yeah. You may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tapped. The Overgrown Tomb. I like the looks of that. I do have to be careful for my verges if I don't have enough basic lands. One of the things I was kind of wondering too about taking out the... taking out the... maybe like the scry lands for the specific lands. I can put in the... I was thinking about initially was the one where if you have 4 or more lands that comes in, it would search land from my landfall deck. I'm just drawing a blank on it. What I was going to look for is if I have any other pain lands that match what I'm looking for. And it kind of looks like the answer is no. So it was really just that one extra green-blue. And I can kick out the scry for it. Doesn't really strengthen it that much, but I will look. I have some rare tokens. I was thinking the next couple tokens I'm going to exchange are probably going to be for some nicer lands. Maybe fill out some of my verges, or I don't know. In order for me to, move into some of the nicer decks, I almost need to have like a full set of the verges, or I'm going to say keep. I need to get into some land, or it's a little slow. The Verge will come in untapped, but I can't do... So it shouldn't be too bad, because I actually could do the Nowhere to Run. But most of my hand is kind of out of my reach, or I'd need to just draw into 1 mana. Looks like he mulliganed. Green. Llanowar Elf. I was in a way questioning the legitimacy of doing my C-note here. And going probably blue... green? Could go blue-black. Ride the shoe poof. And now he actually gets the landfall on it too. So I'm almost in... He can get 1 counter out of it. Let's see what he does. He saved it. So I still need one more mana to get into like my first creature. Let's see, another shoe poof. Good game. Because whatever he's going to bring in, it's going to come in big and quick. And I really don't have much to be able to deal with it. The only saving grace is he doesn't have a lot of mana. If it was kicked, put it onto the battlefield tapped. I can't see what the kicker cost is. He went for 2 manas. I don't actually have anything I can do until I can get into some more mana. Sorry, I have a kitty that's being bored. Heckling his toys, what he's up to. Okay. He's doing a second Terramorphic Expanse. He seems to be setting up for something big. At least I can play my Oasis for some card draw. And no extra land. So, I'm wondering if he's playing fairly heavy control or what. I think he's almost going to try and rush like a Hydra or something. It's a scry land. I'll keep it. Spectacle of Destruction. I'm curious to see what he can do for something with haste. He's looking to do something big. Hardened Bond. He's playing the slow game on a landfall deck. Because now when he plays a creature, he gets to seek another creature. Or whenever a counter is put on a creature, he gets to seek a creature. So he's definitely playing like a counter deck. Going back to the shoe poofs are gonna... The plaza will get me more land. Just trying to figure out the best way to do... So that'll get me a land, and this will get me another land. I lost my plaza from the top of my deck, though. So... another Llanowar Elf. Which at a certain point he can now just turn one of his Terramorphic Expanses over. Replace it with another creature card. But I am control heavy. And I can pretty easily just make him do something like sacrifice that creature. And I can pretty easily do both. I want to get into my fish is in a way my overall objective. Because this will get me 3 more lands. I can play another Verge. Strategic Betrayal. And just, I'm playing the slow game too as blue. I know basically like every time he plays a creature and pops one of those lands, he's going to be getting another replacement creature. So he's just waiting for me to burn my control out of my hand. And I'm kind of curious what he's up to. He's trying to set up for something big. The Hardened Bond isn't going to replace it, though. So the more of those you can pop in some ways, I think the better for me. Excuse me. Or he's just setting up for something big. Good game. He doesn't have any protect. I mean, he has no mana that he can protect with. Seeking the cards might be my better option. I get 3 cards, and they're all going to be cheap to cast. And there's my fish. If I cast it with Impending, it'll keep him from potentially control killing it. And I got an Oasis of Renewal, which is pretty nice. So he has still a grip of cards. Good game. There's the Hydra. And he gets to replace it. And he's just going to dump it on the Hydra, which I think is unfortunately a mistake. Depends really on what I can do here for control. Because it looks like he's saving 1 for a protect. Which I can basically almost like force him to use it on the Llanowar Elf. Because if I can fell his Llanowar Elf, I can kill his Mossborn Hydra by forcing him with a Strategic Betrayal. Let's see what I can do here. Because if I destroy him, which he's going to let me do, I can Strategic Betrayal his Hydra. I still have enough to warp in my new Spirited Sanguinarium. And I should actually be looking at what I have here. I can enter tapped. Whenever a card leaves your graveyard, because none of these I can actually flip. I can flip this one. When this creature enters, if I turn it face up, good game. He's definitely looking around like, what can I do? He's looking to do something big. He still has 3 cards. So I have the land, and I have the artifact. It doesn't have Trampler. It's still not going to be enough to get him through. He's thinking. I'm not sure this is my game. He's definitely taking his time. Yeah. Wonder if he's thinking about pushing or... Not sure what he's doing. Or if he just good gamed and walked away. I'm wondering if he gave up. I still wouldn't call it my game. Yeah, I think he might have given up. It is a solid player. I mean, he's running almost my identical, at least as far as I can tell, landfall deck. I just have a little more control and draw mechanic than he has. Because, yeah. I'm pretty sure they just kind of gave up. And hopefully this was enough to be able to, like, knock out one of my dailies, because, yeah, blue in the slow game. Timeout used. I'm pretty sure it's just going to pass back to my turn. At which point, I was trying to actually figure out what I want to do here. I can warp more stuff in, is probably my end goal. I can warp in another one of my fish and probably turn him upright. Okay, I just actually timed him out and forced him over. Yeah. Let's see how I'm working on my daily, because that was like a 20-minute game. And it did not do it. Just trying to figure out how I got 2 wins. Yeah. A little confused there, I guess. Boo. And I still need either 9 more lands, which is a pretty tall order, or 10 more blue-white, or red-white. 30 red-white. I'll look to see see what I can do on the editing this. The magic of video speed up. Because I do want to knock out my daily and not lose one of my rings. Or that's part of grinding the pass, is if you don't make one of your dailies, it is a pretty big ding in your overall ability to... I mean, missing one day isn't going to kill you, but it is, since you only have like 90 days for the season, or I think it was only 60 days for this season, they do keep shortening the seasons. Alright. I like his little kitty. Scry. Lane and Vanguard for one. If I'm not careful, he's probably going to go wide. He's running white-red. Sheltered by ghosts. And here it almost puts me in the bind of the strategic betrayal, or I can, depending on what he does here, win Craig's Siege. Get the strategic betrayal. And I should get my draw off my golden sidekick now. And he has a 1/1 goblin that he creates every round, which is nice. And he'll heal. I'm going to have to be careful with... because I basically have to fell him. Now that's going to start bringing me more life in. And Valentine's coming in huge at this point. Gain 1 life. The doll maker. Nice. And what is it she does? She deals X damage to each opponent and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. I'll keep it. And I can actually draw that right now. So it's going to be doing me 3 damage back. I have a 10/10 Soothsayer though. White, black. Figured get my counters on Vincent, or I can still get my replacement draw. If I do my Soothsayer, that's a 13/13. That's almost outside of his reach for anything to be able to deal with. And it does it to... yeah. Rank up. I am churning through platinum slowly but surely. What I was hoping to do was get some more white cards or spells in. I need 6 more. And just moving on. Spry the fire. Kind of like it. Boo. I'm gonna have to mulligan. I kind of hate to have to return my only creature but rely on draw. I probably could have returned one of my controls. White-black. Going back to, I don't necessarily recognize the lands from the planets. If I play this now, I can actually choose white-black, because I was planning on playing Authority of Councils. And I'm still slowed down here onto round 4. Didn't like that, and I'm A-okay with him destroying that enchantment. It looks like he did miss a land drop there. Equipment has hexproof and haste. I hope he isn't planning on that to protect him from... Because my nowhere runs will get around that hexproof. With 2, does he have a Fel? Let's see. He's playing the right colors for it. So, that was a fairly poor trade. I really just need to almost get into my draw engine. And there we go. And I still have enough to do my nowhere to run, depending on what he looks to bring in. A 3/3. Nowhere to run. A Soothsayer and a Strategic Betrayal. And I should have kept the Soothsayer in my hand until after I attacked, because then it would have come in as a... Nice. And no more. Gain 1 life. And just trying to keep a clip on it. Split up. Well played. Because yeah, some control will be needed. At this point I should be getting close to getting my lands out. Aha. Let you resolve that and waste your mana. Just play another nowhere to run. At a certain point, we're playing fairly mirrored decks. Creature with power 2 or less. That actually makes me wish I'd kept the mana for the Valor. Nice. At this point I can still just fell it though, as if it didn't have hexproof. So... Fell... Goes back to the battlefield. Mogul's Valor. Probably should have kept that in store for, I guess, needing it. Because if he plays a destroy all creatures here, I don't have the protect. The Bloodthirsty Conqueror. And that's the death loop. Good game. I don't know how he got rush on that. I'll almost have to look at that in replay, but because I don't think the Bloodthirsty Conqueror normally comes in. But yeah, with that, I got my daily done, and I am happy to call it. So with that, yeah, look forward to doing some magic in the future.